soul contains 60 cc ink and 1 drop of human blood. 666 individually numbered pairs, releasing 329 at 10. That's today. First immediate question, whose blood is it? I just want to know. Because I'm a little bit confused. Because I have so many things to say, I'm going to break down this video in several parts. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. I don't know. We'll see in post. What most people are immediately reacting to, at least from on my timeline and from what I could see, that headline and that specific piece of the headline is there's human blood in this shoe. So when I saw that after watching Lovely Q's video, I was sort of like, okay, but whose blood is it? Why is this happening? Hi Kirby. Hey buddy, what's up? Right, for sure, it's weird. After I watched her video, I just went on to Google and I was like, what's going on? And I see rapper Lil Nas X releases Satan shoes with human blood in it, stars in music video giving lap dance to Satan. MSCHF X Lil Nas X Satan shoes. So I understand how some people, depending on who you are, where you're from, whatever, you might see that and be like, what is all of this satanic stuff going on? The world is scary enough. I get that. And immediately I think about Lovely T's point in that video. Part of her point in that video, which I'll link it down below. I'm not really going to get into the specifics, but you can watch her video for reference so you understand, the context of what I'm saying a little bit more. People feel that we're in this digital era where CGI and, deep fakes and all these different things are being used as like a way to message. And this is a conspiracy theory. I understand it's a conspiracy theory. I agree that there's unnecessary like satanic messaging just straight off the back. Having not watched the video yet, I'm going to watch the video at the end of this video. Many entertainers throughout history have used the satanic images and plot lines to catch your attention, to tell some sort of intense story. When I think about some music video about Satan and all these images that these headlines are referring to, it sounds like a lot. So it's a very loaded, like, and good, bad. There's no good or bad, but it's a very loaded set of images. And so I understand that it's a lot for some, like, sure, whatever, but why are we acting like this is new? Why are we acting like Lil Nas X like is the first person to do this? It's funny how when a queer black man does it, it's a problem. When Madonna does it, like, I'm trying to understand, like, do you all see, do I have to keep going into this point? I think you kind of understand what I'm getting at here. I also think about, since, I'm a metalhead, which, by the way, you should follow me on Instagram at the Headbanging Princess and on Twitter at the Princess _. I'm a metalhead. I like to share stuff related to metal on my timeline, whatever. Yeah, so if you want to, yeah. Anyway, C. Think about Lil Nas X. Who is Lil Nas X? Lil Nas X claim to fame was an Old Town Road virality, right? On TikTok, streaming, got a remix with Billy Ray Cyrus. We all know the backstory. Ever since then, he's been kind of chasing virality as a marketing strategy, and he's very good at it. He was really skillful, like, social media strategist on Twitter in his early days, and that's kind of how he catapulted his song once he did release it. But before then, he was popping on Twitter. So it's come to my attention that some tweets that Lil Nas X did in the past when he was popping on Twitter
are really not so good. Calling out people like Demi Lovato, talking trash about Nicki Minaj, talking trash about all these people. And I just have to say, I thought he was a really good social media strategist, but this just makes me think about how important it is for influencers to delete everything that they have ever made on the internet or ever did, any projects they ever did on the internet, so that they have a clean record. Like, that is a necessity. I don't understand why influencers, celebrities, entertainers aren't doing this by now. Anyway, me and my list are about to get out of here.
So you see, ever since then, he's been sort of chasing this virality, which we see that a lot, but like he's making it bad and he's doing it good and he's entertaining and he's beautiful. So like, I don't get why people mad, but I do get why people are mad. So let's just go, to the next point. D. Referring to point C again, every single one of his music videos have been like incredibly produced to the point where you can tell they're thorough, their research, and you can see that here. Heck, in this situation, the Church of Satan actually like came out and said like something to the effect of we can see that he's done a lot of research. So people are concerned that because he began as someone who was a figure for children to sort of look up to. I remember him performing at, children's schools. So, and his image was very different at that time. And I think his image at that time was appropriate for that time. A video I saw from V Mademoiselle, shout out to V Mademoiselle, I'll leave the video down in the description. She talked about, this generation and the really bad career choices that a lot of us have, and I'm gonna leave myself out of it and just speak generally about society in this generation. Everyone, especially in the context of the pandemic, is wanting to be seen, right? Like, that's what I've noticed. Like, this generation wants to be, less lawyers, less doctors, less engineers, and more social media influencers, YouTubers, and, things of that nature. And, I'm not going to make any judgments about that. I think that's for a whole nother video, and also not for me to judge. But what I will say, everyone wants to be seen. Like, we all do, and I think it's innate and human nature. But especially with TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, most people are online. Think about why you're online. Mostly you're feeding your own ego, you're entertaining yourself, you're trying to sell a product, you're trying to sell a service, you're trying to promote something, you're trying to connect with friends or family, you're trying to, start a business. Virality is very important in like this generation's grasp on the power of social media and influence. And that's a whole nother video. I feel like I'm gonna always say that. That is also a whole nother video. So let's just get on to E. Lil Nas X is grown. Lil Nas X is all the way grown. He is no longer that, image that again, this goes back to curated images. Remember in the Megan Thee Stallion video where I talked about Megan Thee Stallion's having a curated image? She is a curated image versus Miss Pete. Lil Nas X is a pseudonym, right? Is a stage name, is a curated image that has adapted and has changed over time. And we see that now, but we saw that with Panini, we saw that with and maybe you haven't been paying attention, but the rest of us have, honey. People are here for the queer black male representation. We've never seen this sort of like representation before, and I think people are really excited by that, as they should be. And the images are beautiful. I think, and this is something that Lovely T mentioned in her video, that, there might be like some sort of like understanding because of the generation gap, but like for I'll speak from my generation, early 20s, millennials, early 30s, you might be automatically turned off by the satanic imagery up front. If you look into why he's doing what he's doing, like, it is to chase virality, but it is a social media strategy, to expose or to like push back against people who have told him he's going to hell. He should go to hell because he's a gay man. He went on Twitter and he said, I spent my entire teenage years hating myself because of the stuff y'all preached would happen to me because I was gay. So I hope you are mad, stay mad. Feel the same anger you teach us to have towards ourselves. I'm also going to refer to a post by I am Shea Diamond. I'm sorry if I say that wrong, dear. I'm so sorry. New song talking about down low men, question mark. He is making it more socially accessible to be a black gay man, especially for those in their 20s that are pressured to pretend to be straight to be cool. Here is a mainstream artist, gay AF, gay as F, and unapologetic. In 2021, he has single-handedly created the real gay agenda and changed the game forever. Amen. Hashtag Lil Nas X is my son. Hashtag Lil Nas X, gay icon, LGBT, music industry, Mythbusters, mythical creatures, cultural change, gay agenda. And so that gay agenda, like, people have, called him, some sort of figure of this gay agenda to influence children to be gay, or to, I don't know the specifics of all the ins, the outs. I think, Shea really said it eloquently there. Like, Shea also went on to respond to a person who's like so hot, which I think is a normal reaction to a lot of the like really cool like images that we see here. Shea says, he worked so hard, turned it, really proud mom here, child. It really made me think about taking pole dance lessons. So LOL. So, and that's another thing I kind of wanted to talk on, like, if you've noticed, like during this pandemic, I've noticed on social media, but even before, like a lot of women, a lot of non-binary people, a lot of just people, regardless of gender, have taken to pole dancing. Sort of the new wave, I think, and in maintaining like, physical agility, but also, as a practice of self-care and of, almost like meditation or like yoga or some sort of exercise. Because, and honestly, it is very athletic in nature. But I can understand how that might be like a representation of one's understanding of self and identity and sexual identity. So, like, I can understand that. And I'm also thinking about, someone had mentioned, they said this in the Lovely Tea video, the live that she did, that they were reminded of Cellophane by FKA Twigs. And that made sense to me, like the pole scene. All of this criticism is just, a lot of it's homophobia, a lot of it is just people not really wanting to look into things. A lot of it is just people not trusting the government and feeling, therefore being susceptible to believing.
Clarify, I'm not talking about the conspiracy theory to like promote this song and these shoes to like convince children to be gay, like that, the gay agenda. That's not the conspiracy theory that I'm talking about here. You need to watch Lovely T's videos to get an understanding of the conspiracy theory I'm talking about, because that's just straight up homophobia. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just, yeah, anyway.
Conspiracy theories are believing things about, the world that is sort of above them, right? Like they believe that there are certain things that are sort of above them. I cannot say if a person that believes that is wrong or not, because I don't know. I'm of the belief that, I'm agnostic, right? Like I believe that there's not a way for me to know a lot of things. And instead of working to try to figure out those things or proclaiming that I do know them, I just try to be a good person and follow my dreams and help people when I can and love on this planet when I can. And yeah. So I hope you can do that too. I hope this video like spreads positivity and love. Share this with someone and send a heart and tell them your favorite thing about them. Or send it in a DM and be like, my favorite thing about you is this. You should watch this video. New development. Nike is suing MSCHF, the company that collaborated with Lil Nas X to produce the Satan shoe. Nike did not have any involvement in the collaboration that Lil Nas X did with this company. Every day there seems to be like a new development in the situation. So there's going to be a part 2, possibly even a part 3. Just hang in there. Hang in there. Bye.